Hey, Shalom, giving all praises, acknowledgement, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah, HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that have taught us this truth and they continue to teach us. Shalom to y'all brothers doing this mighty and powerful works in hopes of salvation. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which means He is, He exists. And Yahweh Shai is the name of the beloved Son, who the world will ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai meaning He deliverer. Bahashem just means in the name. Use those powerful names, man. So, right now, as you could tell, the economy is slowing down. Technically, the economy slowing down, that means it's a recession. Now, the economists, they don't want the people to panic. The president don't want the people to panic. Those are in authority don't want the people to panic, but we are in a recession. If you haven't figured it out yet, people are not buying out as much. Favorite restaurants are struggling to maintain, daily customers. They're even losing loyal customers. We're in a recession. Now, a recession literally just means a slowdown where the economy is not pumping in enough money. So fodder for a recession. Top economist Mark Zandi warns about so many Americans already living on the financial edge in a K-shaped economy. Zandi thinks the U.S. labor market is losing something that has helped it absorb the shocks for the past few years. Slack. Too many households, the Moody's Analytics chief economist told Fortune, are already living on the financial edge. If job insecurity rises and those consumers start spending less, he warns it becomes fodder for a recession. It's already a recession. The economy is slowing down. Alright? So this devil has to bring about something to blame it on the crash of the economy. It's going to be either a major false flag attack, which they are ramping up on, or they're going to bring about another pandemic. Isaiah 24:7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. So about this time frame, everyone is fake happy, smiling and giggling in the holiday spirit. No, these people are sighing. They're stressed the fuck out because they know after this Christmas, they are in big trouble. They're in big debt. They done used up all their sick hours. They done used up all their resources, their finances. And going into the next year, shit is slowed down. So people got to go back to work with lack of security if they're going to keep their job. The mirth of Tabret ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. So the Lord's going to cut the noise, the music, the celebration, the fun, the events, the parties. He's going to cut it. They shall not drink wine with a song. So no more Friday night get downs. No more hitting the club Saturdays. Hitting happy hour Thursdays, Fridays. Whatever. No more fun. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Yeah, because people use music and drink to escape. But shit is going to be so bitter out here that if you take alcohol, it's not going to numb the reality of what's going on in America. It's going to be real bad. The city of confusion is broken down. And right now we see this place getting beaten down. It's being broken down by the Most High. Alright? Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. So eventually they're just gonna lock this shit down and bring about a major false flag, or bring about a pandemic, and just shut America completely down. And you people ain't gonna be free nilly and just going about everywhere you want to go. There is a cry for wine in the streets, so shit's gonna change. Times is gonna get so difficult, people are gonna want to seek the truth. They're gonna want to seek answers from the prophets. All joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone. Let there be another lockdown. Everybody's sad. Everybody's gonna be going through it. It says, in the city is left desolate, and the gate is smitten with destruction. So yeah, man, the economy is way too bad right now. They gotta shut this shit down. They gotta do something. You know? So 2026 is gonna be a crucial year, man. And the way Trump is going so hard, the way Esau is going so hard right now with them clouds trying to make people sick. Brothers are talking about it, man. These fucking these clouds, you know, mist or whatever it is that's making everyone sick. Because they're planning to bring about something major. They have to. Alright, Esau, Trump, he trying to take the heat off him. His tariff is fucking up the economy. It's fucking up consumer. Fucking up businesses. You know? So they're going to shut this shit completely down, man. And we can't wait. Man, I was talking to this chick, you know, at the register. I was getting some, you know, food. And she says, oh, man, I have 3 jobs. I was like, hey, why don't you get some help? You know, but these women, they're fucking idiots. You know, they want to be single. They don't want a man to rule over them. So they rather struggle than to have a man rule over them and them being in order. But the time is so hard. A woman that got tutoring, she's doing professor's home, whatever she's doing, like something that you know you're supposed to make bread. And still working at a fast food restaurant and telling me, she told me this, that the economy is bad. If job insecurity rises and the consumers start spending less, he warns it will become a fodder for a recession. We're in a fucking recession. People are not spending as much. People are going home, they're cooking their food. Alright? His views come as hiring momentum fades, unemployment trends higher. So it just came out that there's more unemployed people than people that got jobs. Think about that. Especially among workers who tend to be hit first. And corporate layoff announcements stack up. Zandi says the next step is easier to see from here. If layoffs starts to accelerate, the country could slide into what he calls a job recession. And it's crazy because you go on Indeed right now, you apply for all these jobs, you barely hear back from them. A lot of these jobs, they're just posting that they're hiring because I guess they get paid from the government to pretend as if they're hiring. And then you have actual jobs that are hiring because the Northern Kingdom is getting deported. That's another thing. I see on, Indeed it says, do you have a U.S. identity or U.S. thing that authorized that you work here? Alright, it says the low fire phase is taking hold. Zandi formed his outlook before the government long delayed JOLTS release on Tuesday, but he says the official numbers align with what he's been tracking in private data sets. Job openings, he notes, have only nudged up since summer and remain well below the pandemic era surge. Layoff rose slightly. Quit rates fell. So people are not quitting their jobs no more. They keeping that shit because they gotta survive. Often a signal that workers are getting more cautious about jumping to new roles. Hiring has held around 3.2, consistent with the employers who aren't aggressively cutting headcount, but also aren't expanding much either. In Zandi framing, that is definitely a low fire market. Yeah, so people don't want to quit, and the jobs, they're cutting people. That's a big sign, man. Because a lot of people, they like to quit and go to another job. So they're hanging on to their job, but then their worry is like, shit, when are they going to get cut from that job? It says not a collapse, but a stall. So the economy is not looking good. It's looking pretty bad. And people are losing their jobs. Amos 5:16. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, the God of hosts, the Lord said thus, wailing shall be in all streets. It's going to be in what? All streets, all throughout America. And they shall say in all highways, alas, alas. So eventually these people are going to be like, oh shit. Destruction, destruction. And they shall call the husbandmen to mourning. People with skills, farmers. Alright? The backbone of America, or any country, farming. And right now we see the farmers mourning. They're begging the president for aid due to the tariff. A lot of them have taken a big hit. Prices to package of fruit, pick the fruit, has gone up. Hiring employees, going up. And such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. So even people that got actual skills, trades, they're gonna eventually have no job, because people ain't got no people are not gonna have money to pay for their plumbing, for their electrical work eventually, you know, to fix their roof, to fix their garage doors, to fix their toilet. And in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, said the Lord. So this is the Lord's doing, man. He's breaking this place down. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Oh, just 3. Just jump right to it. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. In what day? In the day when the economy finally collapses. There's no pumping no more money back into it. There's no giving no stimulus check so people could spend. There's no tax returns, none of that. The economy is gonna finally collapse. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. The keepers of the house is men like this. Zandi, Mark Zandi, you know, economists, the elites, they also keep the economy. All right, and the people at Wall Street, they literally, that's their job, cater to the economy. All right, they're gonna be in terrible fear when they see that people are not buying and selling stocks and bonds and all this shit. There's no more trading. When the dollar collapses, we're at the brink of that. So they gotta do something desperate. And what do you know? What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna go full scale digital. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. So it's gonna be less jobs, and these people that sit at the top, that do the hiring, that own all these casinos, these what do you call those buildings? High rises, and I can't remember what's the name for it. I'm actually looking at some right now. You know, the buildings in the city. You know, the ones that you know they got serious money. They're gonna be humbled. Alright? Alright, and then they're gonna have to what? Fire majority of their employees. And those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the CEOs. They're already making plans to sell their companies. I remember Jeff Bezos, he sold massive share of his company because they see that there's no future in today's economy and going forward. There's no future in America. And the doors shall be shut in the streets. There we go again with the doors being shut. businesses close down. All right? When the sound of the grinding is low. And guess what? The businesses that's going to shut up the first is the people that are trying to be financially hit financial freedom by having a business. Small businesses, family businesses. Completely shut down. And fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish. So people gonna really take shit serious when they start seeing thousands of people complaining on the internet about losing their jobs. They're gonna start taking shit serious. When the dollar is no longer the main currency, the American dollar ain't the main currency no more. It holds no value. And it says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, so the alarm clock, actual birds. You know how people get up early in the morning and stuff. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So music is so low that you have women disrespecting men. And then you have goddamn near transformer music from the men. Music is so bad right now. Alright? So yeah, man, the economy is at the peak to collapse. And this economy is gonna collapse. It says to Zandi, the numbers from Challenger, Gray, and Christmas look like a warning flare. Employers have announced 1.1 million layoffs this year, second only to 2020. You see the pattern. What happened in 2020? The pandemic. The worst sketch of the Great Recession. He emphasizes those announcements are global and not all translate into U.S. job cuts, but he still sees the scale as meaningful because such decisions are often made months before separations actually show up in payroll data. That would suggest that there are layoffs coming, he said. They seemingly have not occurred yet. One reason the labor market can still look deceptively steady, he suspects, is that early job losses may be hidden higher income workers who receive severance or delay in filing for unemployment insurance, masking the first phase of weakenings. So you got corporations, giving these people severance or delay, or people are delayed filing for unemployment insurance. So the calculations ain't complete yet, So you got a lot more people that actually lost their jobs and they're getting like some type of, separation money, or unemployment type help money or whatever, and it hasn't showed up yet, So yeah, man. It says Zandi points to increase in unemployment among young workers and black workers. So you Jakes, woe unto you that trust, go down to Egypt for help, man. Now trust in the shadows of Egypt. What do you think they're going to do in these times? They're going to cut you niggas from the job force first. Alright? It says, for Zandi, the worry is simpler and more urgent. The cracks he sees in small business payrolls, layoff announcements, and early demographic stress eventually turning into border layoffs. If we're not in a job recession, we're close. So he's even guessing, you know. He's just looking off, like, you know, the data. Because they monitor the data, like how people get paid, how much money is coming in the company, how much the workers make. And he's seeing all of that, man. But we know what they're going to do. They're going to bring about, they got to do something, man. They're going to bring about this basic income. They're going to finally give these people what they've been striving for. Revelations 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So they're about to bring about the mark of the beast. Because this shit is eventually going to crash. And then people ain't going to have nothing to do. You know? Ain't going to be no money economy no more. So what are they going to do? They're going to bring about a basic income system to where you finally don't have to work and you have money. So a lot of people they're going to be like, this is what we've been working for, to have life. But that's the deception of the devil. They're going to have to take the chip, the mark of the beast. All right? Everyone. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So the chip, all of that is in the chip. And these dumbass people, they're going to take it thinking that, oh man, you telling me I ain't got to work and I just live for free? That's why this is a test from the Most High. Because it's like, look, with this chip, the devil going to offer you your life. You know? You ain't got to work. You live for free. You eat. You drink. And you just enjoy the world. And these people going to save their life, man. Matthew 16 and 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And these people love their lives. They're going to save their life. They want financial security. They want to eat and drink. You know, they love their possessions in this world. They love their relationship. Even if, you know, the woman might be committing adultery on them or whatever. These people love their lives. It says, shall lose it. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. So yeah, man. Only the elect is going to lose their life for Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's sake. And as soon as we came to the truth, we lost our life in this world. Now we're just patiently waiting. We're just really just patiently waiting for the Lord to come back. Because the scripture says the elect love not their lives even unto death. 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul? And that's what Esau is going to offer. The whole world. That's why it's called the hour of temptation. A time of testing. These people gonna gain the world. They're gonna take the chip, you get money, you get to eat, you don't work, you get to indulge. They get access to everything in the New World Order system. Access to AI, access to gadgets, and all the shit of the world. And lose his own soul. You dumbass people ain't gonna be in control no more. Once that chip is in y'all, y'all no longer in control. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Showing you that your soul is not for sale. No one could buy you out. No one should buy you out. But in this world, people are sellout. They change for money. They do things for money. For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels. So Yahweh Shai is bringing that fathership. Then shall he reward every man according to his works. And in that day, your works is going to declare itself. Because these dumbass people, their works is going to be what? Wickedness. They took the mark of the beast. They sided with Satan. Alright? In all works, Lord willing, we're going to strive for the truth unto death. Because we ain't going, Lord willing, not have the mark of the beast. So showing all works is going to be works of faith. Lord willing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death, till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom, even in this time. How brothers gonna survive, man, when the chip comes? But it says they're gonna be some men still standing which shall not taste death. Then the scriptures talk about men being beheaded. So how are these men gonna survive? The Lord gonna take care of them. It tells you that. Revelations 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, because you stay loyal, you kept the faith, the mark of the beast is here, You did it. You actually endured. You held on to your faith. And we go into that word patience, it goes into suffer. So you went through the battles. I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Most High is going to fight for you. He's going to keep you from taking the mark of the beast, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And it's about to test everybody. Every soul is going to be tested by a little device. And that little device holds a lot of power. Alright? Scriptures talk about them that worship the beast. It's not just a simple thing, man. This device is going to declare who's your God, if you take it or not. To try them that dwell upon the earth, behold, I come quickly. But the beautiful thing about this is the Most High is going to keep us from the hour of temptation. From it. He don't keep us from the mark of the beast. Meaning he's going to feed us. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So hold fast the truth. Lay hold of it. Because it's a fight. It's going to be a fight, man. Just because the Most High said he's going to keep us from the hour of temptation, it's still going to be a fight. Because you're going to have family members, you're going to have the whole world coming against you, trying to convince you that this is the thing to do. You know, even, I would dare to say it, your spouse. You know? But yeah, man. Hold fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. But yeah, Lord willing, this was edifying and to the point, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.